Hi everybody, Dale Fredericks here. I don't know if you remember way back in one of our first videos, we talked about how to get a horse to turn on his hindquarters during our groundwork. And then sometime later we covered a slow spin horseback, just going around correctly but not with any speed. And we never really talked about adding speed to the spin. And of course the most common way is just to add more pressure in the spin, just getting them faster and faster. And I do some of that too, of course, but I like to try and do things outside of just the spin, because a horse can get kind of burnt out just doing the same thing. And plus, I think there's things you can do to improve the spin outside of it. So the first exercise I'm going to talk about is a way to achieve more correctness. And what I'm talking about by correctness is, maybe you have a horse that he's wanting to cross over, he bumps himself or he scrapes himself crossing, or maybe even steps behind himself. That's one common fault. Another one is maybe he's too rounded, or maybe he's too stiff, he wants to put his head to the outside. So this exercise will help all those things. And it goes back to a couple videos ago we talked about the half pass and the side pass. And this is one place where we're going to use that, what we've learned doing those two exercises. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I'm acting like he's a green horse. I got a two-handed bit, and I got my riding whip and my English riding whip in my hand. And if I'm going to go to the left, I'm going to half pass or side pass. I want to get a little bit of forward motion so he's crossing over. I want to make sure he's in the correct position, a little bit turned in. Then I might just bring him around like a half a turn or something. And I can use my riding whip here, my dressage whip, to tap him on the shoulder. It all goes back to his earlier training. If he kind of dogs it, I can tap him a little more. And you can do variations of that. You can like make a square. All the time I'm making sure I got correct position here. Oh, this also helps to get your horse bridled up. So I do a right angle, come around here, do another straight line. You can just mix it up and do a lot of different things. Okay? And then gradually you can start adding more speed. And you can even go right back out of that. Go back into your half pass again. And I do the same thing, going to the right. I'll just give you a mini version going to the right here. Again, you can see how he's just arced a little bit, his nose is tipped in a little bit to the inside. I might come out of that and just do one revolution after he gets the hang of it, and then go back into it again. You can just mix it up however you want. He's a little stiff to the right there, so I'm going to get him to give. Okay, that pretty much wraps up the first exercise I'm going to show you. Again, the little bit of forward motion really helps him to cross over in front, and we're maintaining his good body position from head to tail. So the second thing I'm going to show you is, this is more to add forward motion to the turnaround or spin, especially if you got a horse that kind of sits back too far. What I'll be doing is I'll just ride along here, and then I'll just come around. And when I come out of the first turn, I push him. Till after a while, if I do this enough times, he's going to start thinking about going ahead. And that's going to speed up his turning. And then you can mix it up. You can go 1.5 or 2, whatever you want. I will go ahead and do it the other direction. And I try to do it as smooth as I can. You know, don't jerk him into the ground. Yeah, I just push him. If he wants to lope, that's all right. I don't really care. I think ideally it would be trot's better, but I come around to the right again. This time I'm going to go a little bit further. You can see it just in that short time. It makes them start thinking about going ahead. But of course, you're gonna incorporate that into your spin. You're gonna block them actually going ahead, you know, from here to there. But you're gonna get that forward motion and bring it around. So I hope this helps y'all. These two things have worked good for me. You know, just don't overdo it. Shorty, I hadn't put him, he went through all this stuff several years ago, and I checked him out on it yesterday. He's a little bit rusty, but he's earned his rest whenever he can get it. Just what I was heading toward is just don't overdo it. You know, it's fun. Spinning's fun, so just don't get them sick of it. All right. And again, doing these two things, you're not doing all the work right in the spin itself, especially at the start. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.